You know, when it comes to getting close to the holiday seasons, one thing we can recognize is that there's a lot of things going on, a lot of agencies, a lot of organizations that are doing great things for the community. And one of the things that helps make those organizations run and these events possible are volunteers. It's a huge part of what community services are. And here to talk to us today about some of these is Janet Bartuska. She's the manager for Polk Volunteer. Janet, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Now, Janet, tell us a little bit about Volunteer Polk, what it is, what services it provides.
We are a volunteer center of the Board of County Commissioners, and we help to connect people who want to volunteer with nonprofits and county and government organizations who are looking for volunteers. And we offer a diverse range of services and opportunities. Our offices are located over at 2135 Marshall Edwards Drive in Bartow. Locals know it as being across the street from the Roar Home nursing home facility that the county has. The best place to check for our postings and our listings is the county's website at www.polk-county.net. We have a multitude. Right now I think we have a little over 80 volunteer opportunities, which includes volunteer internships. Many of our county programs have some splendid opportunities for college students. I believe even PGTV may have some opportunities to get involved and to expand upon their experience and combine service learning with what they're learning in the classroom.
Right. Now, like I was saying earlier, you know, obviously volunteers are a big part of what community services need to operate and run. Just kind of tell us a little bit about how your organization affects these other agencies that come to you in need of volunteers.
Well, you know, we kind of see our vision as that we are one of just a part of this whole community of Polk County, and so by pulling together with all of these different agencies, we can all help to bring better right to the community, especially since we live in such a large community. Right. We have resources that we can share and exchange with each of the organizations, and they can help us out in various situations. But basically, we help them recruit volunteers. Whenever we're putting our postings out there on the internet, we're just adding theirs along as well, and we're happy to pass along any referrals that they get and make that connection. We really feel that for people in the community who are looking for volunteer opportunities, and particularly if you happen to be a parent that's listening to the show today and you have students that have to get volunteer service hours for schools, you know what I'm talking about.
That's a big one.
You're on the phone and you're calling from one agency to the next to find out what opportunities are available for your student to be involved. And we like to be able to kind of minimize your need to do that.
Right.
We want to be a one-stop shop where you can just, you know, go to our website and let your child, your student, get involved and just look online to see what appeals to them. They can actually click. For each listing there is a button that says I want to help, and when they click that, it will take down their contact information and let us be aware of what their interest is, and we're moving on from there. So
you've made it as simple as you possibly can.
Absolutely.
And I mean, this Volunteer Polk makes good business sense, because I mean, basically you're connecting a want with a need, or a resource with a need, like a conduit, basically. You know, you've got people that are looking for volunteers and people that need to volunteer.
Right.
So.
And you know, you mentioned business, and Steve, this gives me a chance to mention about our business community, especially this time of the year as we see holidays getting closer and closer. You know, we see a lot of members of the business community who their employee teams would like to get together and maybe have an outreach project for the holidays or something like that. Volunteer Polk is glad to assist your team with that project. We even have some suggestions, and if you have some ideas of particular interest areas that you want to help of social impact, you can call our offices at area code 863-534-5580, and we'll be glad to help you, or send us an email through the website. We'll be glad to help you customize that. We do ask for big projects like that, if you can give us a few months notice, it was really helpful, so we have time to kind of plan that out. But we do have some ready suggestions already available on the website.
Well, I'm glad you kind of went this route, because it makes kind of a good segue. You had mentioned about the holidays, coming up, and that kind of gets us to the heart of the matter here. You've got a big event coming up that you need volunteers and donations for. Tell us a little bit about the Healthy Families Holiday Party. Okay.
Healthy Families is a program, as you know, of the Polk County Board of County Commissioners and the Social Services Division. And they are just incredible folks over there. They help to provide positive parenting classes for families who want to volunteer to learn more about being better parents. And their major goal is to try to prevent to promote positive outcomes with children, educationally, health-wise, mentally, the whole physical being of the child. And they work particularly with younger children. Their service area, I believe, is from birth until age 5. And with our our holiday party that we are hosting for them, or helping them to host, we're working with ages up to 7, because there's older siblings involved and things like that. We will have about 500 people, children plus their parents and family members, that will come for a holiday family dinner. And the caseworkers with Healthy Families tell me that this will be a very important dinner. A lot of them do not get a chance to eat this well throughout the year. So we are doing this all on a zero budget. This is our second year to do this, so we know that we can do it. It only happens with community support. And really, this was one of the really exciting projects that we worked on last year, because that community support just felt so awesome as we started seeing. We had children from elementary schools, middle schools, we had college students, high school students, we had adults of all ages, businesses, the whole community really coming together and helping in a variety of ways. We have composed a list of all of the ingredients necessary for putting this event together. We have a venue. We also will be providing them, as I said, a meal which consists of ham and turkey and traditional Thanksgiving holiday meal. The party takes place December the 6th, and so we're trying to get all of our donations together before November the 16th, which is that last Friday before the students get out of school for the Thanksgiving holidays and so forth. So there are opportunities if you like crafts, there are opportunities to help make decorations and backdrops and exhibit, decoration types of enhancements. The theme this year, the committee has identified Santa's Workshop, and there'll be plenty of elves. We do have Union Academy, or the Middle School Union Academy here in Bartow, who is helping on a number of areas. And I probably don't need to start naming groups, because I'm sure I'll leave somebody out, and I certainly don't want to do that. But we have a number of folks that are beginning to identify areas that they're helping with. We still have plenty of areas. A very big area, of course, is it's kind of hard to have a dinner without the food. And so people can choose to give items from the list if they like, or if they're more comfortable in providing a gift card, so that we could go to any of the places that sell groceries to be able to use the gift card to get some of those items. Also, there are some individuals or companies that may choose to send checks. They may write their checks payable to Healthy Families Polk, and we have all that information on our flyer. Again, you can contact us through our office at 863-534-5580, or our website, or simply the email address of volunteer1@polk-county.net.
You know, an event, I mean, it's really not even an event. You might as well call it a service, because it's really providing something for, you know, like you said, 500 families that may not get to have a meal like this. Doing something of this scale requires a lot of pre-planning, and I know that your team at Volunteer Polk is a great team, but I'm sure that you've had some help through all of this. Is there anyone that you would like to mention as far as helping out?
Absolutely. We are assisting healthy families with this. This is actually Healthy Families event. And so Lillian Nolan, and she has a whole team of people that, again, I'm not going to try to name everybody. I'm so afraid I'll leave someone out. But the Healthy Family team, and of course their overall manager is Chanel Allen. And so they've all been very dedicated to this, as they are each year, in helping and assisting and planning on this. And they will be there and interacting with the families. And I had the honor to attend last year's party, and I can just tell you, to watch the face of the children, just awesome. It gives you goosebumps. One of the things that we try to do for the children is that we give each child a Christmas stocking. These Christmas stockings are made by volunteers, and so we have to have about 350 of them or so, and so we have some folks busy sewing now, and if people have even fabric that they want to donate, and it doesn't necessarily have to be holiday fabric. We have one group that wants to sew 100 of these stockings, and they would appreciate some fabric if we can get some fabric donations, or again, if you want to give gift cards for that type of thing, we'd be glad to accept that. But each child will get a stocking, and it'll be filled with a variety of things from coloring books, crayons. The younger children, the infants, will receive things appropriate for infants, like pacifiers, baby bibs. We have a lady who just delivered some homemade baby booties that she made, and so we're just very appreciative for any way that the community can reach out and assist us. Even tablecloths they're working on.
You know, I'm looking at your flyer here, and it's an entire page just full of different donation items that can be used and utilized. And of course, I'm sure this probably isn't even a complete list. I'm sure you have many other things that you can use. Probably the best way for somebody to find out what they can donate is to contact you guys.
That would be terrific. And also, I was just going to add to that it is good, even if you get a hold of the list, it is a good idea to call our office and check with us to let us know, about what quantity you think you would be able to help with, because we don't certainly expect someone to have to supply the whole 100% need.
That could be a lot of turkeys, right?
It's a lot of turkeys. But what you can help with, and we also want to make sure that what we're asking or accepting your help on is not something that's already been fulfilled. So we want to make sure that we've got it spread equally across the board.
And Janet, like we've said, this is a huge event, a huge service to the community, and we've in county government we've kind of learned to do more with less, if you will. Tell us a little bit about some of the numbers of last year, the impact that this has on the community. Even dealing with such a, like you said, $0 for this event, what it really means to volunteer and how it impacts people.
Last year, our volunteer program within the county was able to have nearly 3,000 volunteers engaged at some point or another in various programs in the county. 3,000 volunteers. Now, Steve, if you think about what our enrollment is with paid staff, our volunteers outnumber our staff. Of course, now our volunteers are not here full time like our staff. We could certainly never, replace our staff. We have that need. The glory of our program is that it enables us to extend beyond what our budgets could normally allow for, and even if budgets weren't an issue, it allows us to be able to build and strengthen our relationship as government staff with the citizens that we serve, and that relationship is very strong. We had around, I think it was around $3 million of extended services for this past year. Again, $3 million that were not in our budget anywhere that have helped to extend our services.
That's amazing.
So it's huge.
I think it's interesting that you mentioned the relationship between the citizens and the government staff, because one of the age-old sayings is, if you're not happy, make a change, and this gives you an opportunity to, like you said, team up with your local county government, and actually get your hands dirty, see what your dollars go toward, or in this case, how we're doing things with less, and stretching those dollars.
Exactly. And our volunteers actually have made great ambassadors in the communities in which they live, because a lot of times they are a lot more aware of some of the services that are available, although we try to do a good job of communicating and putting that information out. They're able to pass that information along and further educate those in their circles of friendships about the various opportunities and services that the county can provide. And like I said, there's just no substitute for that relationship building that's helped, and then certainly financially it has really helped the county to be able to extend their services. And I know I did hear a volunteer say once that while they only had so much money in their household budget that they could pay out in taxes, that they had time on their hands that they could come and give so that services could continue.
Right.
So we feel that we help to bridge a gap in services that would exist if we weren't here.
Well, it sounds like there's going to be a great opportunity for people to get involved and really participate in this great community service. And of course, what a wonderful job you guys do over at Volunteer Polk. Terrific. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming on today, Janet. And
thank you.
I wish you the best of luck with this. And it's going to be a great success, just like it was last year.
Thank you.
Well, folks, this is it. This is our opportunity. We have opportunities like this all the time. And Volunteer Polk is one of these organizations that's always connecting people to needs. So if you're one of those folks that really wants to get out and volunteer, and we should be involved in our community. We should be volunteering. If you have kids that need their community service hours, this is going to be a great opportunity. So I just want to encourage you to get a hold of Volunteer Polk for the Healthy Families Holiday Party. They're going to be accepting all kinds of donations. You can find out what's going to be on the list by visiting the website at polk-county.net/volunteer. You can also contact them at 863-534-5580. Again, the event is going to be December 6th, but donation items and volunteer opportunities need to be fulfilled by November 16th.